Master, what should I do today?
What should you do? What kind of question is that, you little idiot? You got hit, so now you hit back. Destroy the goblins! Those filthy critters are smarter than they look. Think you'll be able to kill them, boy?
I will.
This from the useless little wretch who just watched while the goblins made his darling sister their plaything. Why didn't you attack the goblins and make them stop? Why didn't you take your sister and run? You were powerless, so you chose to do nothing. Did you think it would be different if you became stronger? Because it won't, maggot. Even if you do gain a little power, it'll just be for show. Here one moment and gone the next. It's your actions, not your strength, that would lead you to victory. Yes, boy. The moment you make the decision to do something and act on it, you win. What you need is luck, wisdom, and courage. First decide whether or not you're going to do something, and then do it.
Yes, Master.
Look above you. I'm going to give you a riddle. If you don't want to die, answer quickly.
Yes, Master.
Very good. More just than the gods, more vicious than the evil deities. The rich need me, the poor need me not. What am I? Better not get it wrong. You'll be crushed if you do.
It's nothing. The answer is nothing!
Correct. Time for another. He may appear before you at any time and in any place. He will utter not a word, and from his grasp there can be no escape. He is beside you, even now. Give up?
I know what the answer is. It's death!
Yes, well done. Finally answer me this. What am I carrying in my pocket? Your answer?
It appears you are awake. Tell me, how did you find the experience, sharing a bed with me and her?
Fine, I guess. So I benefited from the miracle of resurrection by sleeping next to a virgin.
I see. So you've heard about it before then?
Yes, I have.
Although sadly, unlike this young priestess, I cannot be considered pure anymore.
Was it goblins?
Yes, it was about 10 years ago. I was captured by a group of them. I'm sorry, this is hard to talk about. Should I tell you what they did to me after they took me to their cave?
I already know.
I cried like a child, screaming, "It hurts," over and over again. I can still see, you know, just a little. It's blurry, but I can make out the shape of your body, like a shadow. That's how I perceive the world. Suggestions of forms, outlines of people who seem like they might slip away at any moment. We're such weak creatures, aren't we? We humans. I try not to let it show, but I'm frightened. Isn't that strange? I'm the Sword Maiden, and yet I'm terrified. I spend night after night trembling with fear and feeling absolutely helpless. Because this is the world we live in. No matter how much help we have, it's never enough. Though I'm sure no one else would understand.
Really?
Really? He says.
Is something funny?
You don't see the absurdity of it? I'm an archbishop, the woman who defeated the Demon Lord. And yet I'm scared to death of wretched little creatures like goblins. Please. Will you help? I don't know who else to ask.
Yeah. Don't worry. You don't have any scars.
What about you? Your wounds were serious. Are they healed now?
Yes.
Goblin Slayer,
What?
are you... maybe pushing yourself too hard?
Why do you ask that?
It's just, well, you seem different somehow.
No. Nothing has changed.
Okay. If you say so, I guess.
Here we are! Good morning! We heard you two were awake. How are you? Better?
Seems they healed up well enough. Those were some pretty nasty wounds, though.
A close call. Thank goodness the resurrection was performed in time.
Are all of you okay?
You're worried. How touching.
How's the canary?
The bird is just fine. Honestly, you were much closer to dying than any of the rest of us were, right? And this poor girl, oh no, Goblin Slayer, blubbering. She was a real mess.
What are you doing? You promised you wouldn't tell him that!
He needs to know these things.
Well, with the two of you feeling better, we should be able to continue our exploration of the sewers. Or perhaps it would be better to tend to our equipment before proceeding.
Don't be ridiculous. Obviously, the first order of business is filling our stomachs.
Ah, yes, how thoughtless of me.
Wait, you mean none of you have eaten yet?
That's right. We had a promise, don't you remember? After the battle, we'd all sit down and enjoy a meal together. And it's important to always keep your promises, don't you think?
I'm not sure how much my belly can hold, but I'm going to do my best.
There is nothing quite like the simple joy of sharing a meal with your companions.
You two see to your equipment and get a little more rest. We'll head back underground and continue scouting the sewers.
But
With the shape your gear's in, you'd be a liability down there. We can't risk it.
I guess you're right.
Thanks. Want me to carry that?
No, it's fine. I've got it.
I see.
The others will be okay down there without us, right?
Yeah,
And, you feel fine? No pain?
yeah,
Good. Don't push yourself too hard.
yeah. What's wrong?
What's wrong? Are you kidding me? What's wrong is you seem incapable of answering me with anything other than yeah!
I see.
And not just today!
I see.
You say that all the time, too!
I'll try to stop.
See that you do. So earlier you mentioned there were some errands you wanted to run?
Yeah. I'm going to look at weapons and armor since mine were damaged in the battle. What are you going to do?
My chainmail got torn, so I was hoping I'd be able to find an armorer in town who could repair it for me.
It'd be faster to replace it.
Maybe, but I'd rather not.
Why's that?
Well, it's special. You know what? This chainmail is the first thing you ever complimented me on.
I see. I guess you're right.
This has a huge hole in it. You'd be better off buying a new one.
No, please, sir. I'd really prefer to have it repaired.
Yeah. You're the customer. Maybe I should do a fitting, too.
No, thank you!
I need these repaired.
Whoa. A silver rank?
It's leather armor and a round shield. I need it done as soon as possible, along with that chainmail.
Sure. But for a rush job, the fee will be a bit higher.
That's fine.
Oh, That ought to do. Thank you, sir.
I'm going to look at your swords. This one. It's a bit long, but I'll shorten it myself. With your whetstone.
I'd choose another, sir. Killing goblins is the only thing that sword's good
I'll
for.
be using it to kill goblins.
Fruit for the little one?
Hey kids, who wants some tasty ice cream? Nice and cold. Get your ice cream here.
Ice cream? I wonder what that is.
I'm not sure, but considering how many kids are gathered around that stall, it's likely something sweet. Go ahead.
Oh, really? Thank you so much! Amazing! It's so cold and sweet. I've never had anything like it.
It's good?
Yes, wonderful.
I see. So it's a type of frozen dessert. I've never seen a spell like this. How was it accomplished?
Well, it's pretty fascinating, actually. A scientist found that adding a certain mixture freezes it right up.
Oh,
So that got me thinking, what would happen if I froze up some milk?
I see. That was very helpful. Give me one. Keep the change.
Thank you, sir.
What?
Nothing. I've just always wondered where you learned all of those random facts. Guess now I know. It's strange, isn't it? No one here has any idea that goblins are running around right under their feet.
Yeah.
Though there were those attacks in the city, I'm sure plenty of people were scared after that, you know?
When I was young, there was a time when I thought if I took a single step, the ground would open up beneath me and I would die. It got so bad that eventually I was scared to walk at all. Such a thing isn't impossible, but it's not something anyone ever worries about. That was strange to me. Plenty of people laughed at me for it, but eventually I realized I still have to walk, no matter how scared I am.
Is that something you still believe?
Yes, it is. Even now, years later, I'm still terrified. I am thankful that you're helping me, but you know you're not required to.
I told you, I'm going to do whatever it is I want to do.
Did you?
Don't tell me you forgot. You know, you are absolutely hopeless.
Sorry.
I didn't ask for an apology.
Sorry.
I sort of understand, though. We can't help the things we're scared of. That's cold. We should probably be on our way. Shall we head
There
back?
you are, Goblin Slayer! You've got some nerve summoning us here with a letter. You're lucky I didn't mention it to the guild girl.
Mention what?
That you keep going on overnight trips with another woman.
Calm yourself. Remember, it was I who was summoned, not you.
Hello?
You seem well. That makes me happy.
Yes, I'm fine.
We had some business near this town, so he came too, now. Go on.
Woman. There.
Thanks. This will do.
I'm not a delivery boy, damn it. I'm not doing any more errands for you.
But why did you send for this? You could have bought it here, no?
I needed something very fine. Nothing in this town would work.
I see.
Just what are you gonna use this for anyway?
What else? To slay goblins.
He didn't come back today either.
No.
How many nights has it been?
Well, he did say he had to go to a faraway town. I'm sure there's a reason he's still there.
He keeps going on quests to slay goblins without giving himself time to rest. Eventually, that relentless drive of his is going to be fatal.
He'll be back. He'll return, no matter what. This is a very important place. Both to him and to me. We'll see him again, and I want to be here when he gets back, so he knows I was waiting for him.
Beard cutter, you're armed to the teeth today.
But your whole look could use a little more style, you know.
You could be right. You know what? We could get some feathers and stick a few of the plumes in your helmet.
Not interested.
By the way, why aren't you carrying a torch like usual?
An open flame would be dangerous for what I want to try. So, what's this trouble you mentioned?
Behold.
What is that foul thing?
No idea. I guess a giant floating eyeball?
As far as I can tell, it is a creature of chaos.
A creature who must not be named. It's a sort of cursed beast, isn't it?
Who cares what it's called? Giant eyeball is fine.
Even when faced with a monstrosity, you remain the same.
As you might imagine, the creature is quite dangerous. This evil eye can use the power of Disintegrate. It can cast Dispel as well, which means that a single glare would destroy any Dragontooth warrior that I summon.
Disintegrate and Dispel? That's troublesome.
It looks like it won't attack us, or even see us as long as we don't enter the room. That means I can still cast a miracle, as long as I stay out here to do it.
But if we get close, we'll be in its sights. We'll have no time to finish spells before those deadly beams hit us. I'm at a loss. We might as well be twiddling our thumbs out here.
No. There's something I want to try.
Just remember, you promised you wouldn't use any water, fire, or poison.
I haven't forgotten. Our location is well outside of town now, right?
As much as we walked, yes, we should be a good distance away.
Then this shouldn't be a problem.
That's right, look at me!
Drink deep and sing loudly, spirits. Shout, dance, and sleep like the dead. Show me the dreams of fire wine. The monster is harmless if its eyelids are closed.
All right.
Arkvolk! What is that?
Flower, don't breathe it in.
My spell isn't going to last much longer.
Shoot an arrow. Hit any part of it. Then immediately cast protection. This relies on you. If you fail, we die.
Got it. Hear me, O merciful Earth Mother. Please protect us the weak with your divine light and the sacred power of nature. Protection!
Powder, in an enclosed space. Don't tear me.
Cover your ears and keep your mouths open.
Get down! You actually did it.
Sir Goblin Slayer, might you explain what happened?
When the coal miner told me about the canary, he mentioned something else. When there's a lot of fine powder in a confined space, and then a spark, it will catch fire and explode. Such an attack is a hassle to prepare. There's the risk that it will ignite too early, meaning it's usually an impractical trick to combat goblins.
Wait, you just rigged an explosion!
Yes, but I didn't use water, fire, or poison.
I don't think that's actually the problem here. Know what? Never mind, just forget about it.
But, what were you going to do if the flower didn't actually explode?
We'd shoot an arrow from the hall and then retreat until it let its guard down again. then repeat this attack until it died, finally.
I get it, so I'd be the one stuck with all the work then.
And we all know that if you were to keep running that scrawny body of yours back and forth, then you'd eventually just disappear into thin air.
And when it's so obvious, you're the one who needs the exercise.
What's that now? My plumpness defines me as a dwarf.
Get any fatter and we can roll you down the hall.
Now that we're safe, this is what's rather curious.